Music/audio technology ideas and equipment at feedspot. Chapter 1. Music/audio technology is a big industry. Some music technology websites from feedspot.com/news/music_technology. Music Tech. musictech.net. Sonic State. sonicstate.com. Sound Matters. soundmattersblog.com. NYU Music Technology Electronics Labs. NYU Music Tech Electronics Labs.wordpress.com. Music technology websites at bloggers.feedspot.com/music_technology_blogs. AI Music Newsletter.substack.com. articles.roland.com/stories/tech. audiomelody.com/news. audiotechnology.com/category/news. blog.landar.com/category/music-gear. blog.musio.com/categories/tech. blog.native-instruments.com. blog.rivertonpiano.com/category/music-technology. blog.tonica.udio.com/category/all/music-technology. cdm.link. decodedmagazine.com/category/tech. digitalmusicnews.com/category/music-industry/music-tech-news. djmag.com/tech. djtechtools.com. ethanhine.com/wp/category/technology. futuremusic.com/category/music-technology. gearjunkies.com. isotope.com/en/learn.html. jams1.substack.com. kvraudio.com/articles/blog. midnightmusic.com/blog. mixonline.com/news. moltenmusictechnology.com. music-tech.de/en/more-news. musicaandmemory.org/news-events. musicmachinery.com. musicradar.com/tech. musicsoftwa retraining.com/post. musictech.com. musictech.solutions. musictechhelper.com/blog. musictechpolicy.com. musiczone.substack.com. news.mit.edu/topic/music. recordingrevolution.com/blog. rjmmusic.com/blog. robbieburns.com/blog. sonicscoop.com. sonicstate.com/news. soundonsound.com. soundsandgear.com. soundtech.co.uk/musicians-blog. starsafterstars.substack.com. synthanatomy.com. synthtopia.com. teekinmusic.wordpress.com. varietyofsound.wordpress.com/blog. Music Tech Magazine websites at magazine.feedspot.com/music_tech_magazines. audiotechnology.com. futuremusic.com. musicconnection.com/category/music-news. musicradar.com. recordingmag.com. soundonsound.com. tapeop.com/reviews/gear. weareview.com/tech. Lists of other magazine tech magazines. magazine.feedspot.com/hi-fi_magazines. magazine.feedspot.com/synthesizer_magazines. magazine.feedspot.com/recording_studio_magazines. Music production blogs at bloggers.feedspot.com/music_production_blogs. acnewmanmusic.substack.com. ask.audio. attackmagazine.com/news. audiomentor.com/blog. audioordeal.co.uk/category/production. bedroomproducersblog.com. betterbeatsblog.com, blacklotusaudio.com/blog, blog.airgigs.com/category/music-production-tips, blog.beatworks.in/category/music-production, blog.landar.com, blog.native-instruments.com, blog.waproduction.com/tag/music-production, blogsthatknock.com, bobbyowsinskiblog.com, cdm.link, dotopia.com, edmprod.com/blog, edmwarriors.com/blog, fanumusic.com/blog, hyperbits.com/blog, integraudio.com, jameshawkinsmusic.com/blog, jodynicholson.substack.com, jonasfashing.substack.com, kvraudio.com/articles/blog, levelsmusicproduction.com/blog, makepopmusic.com/blog, mastering.com/blog, mastrng.com/blog, omnisoundproject.substack.com, output.com/blog, petedroge.substack.com, plus.pointblankmusicschool.com, producelikeapro.com/blog, producerhawk.com, producerhive.com/category/music-production-recording-tips, production-expert-blog, productionadvice.co.uk, productionmusiclive.com/blogs/news, puremix.net/blog.html, pyrmind.com/the-pyrmind-blog, recordingconnection.com/blog, recordingrevolution.com/blog, recordproduction.com/blog, reckerd.org, sidechainsociety.substack.com, sonicscoop.com, soundgym.co/blog/index, soundzangear.com, supremetracks.com/blog, theparoaudiofiles.com, uaudio.com/blog, whippedcreamsounds.com/blog, yourghostproduction.com/blog, audio engineering blogs at bloggers.feedspot.com/audio_engineering_blogs, academy.gray-spark.com/blog, aes.org/blog, audiohertz.com/posts, audiotechnology.com/tag/audio-engineering, audioexpress.com/news, blackghostaudio.com/blog, blog.prosoundeffects.com, bobbyowsinski.com, emraekici.com/blog, ilovemusic.in, learnaudioengineering.com/blog, masteringthemix.com/blog/learn, mixingaband.com/category/blog, musictech.com/news, mysoundfiles.com/blog, reaperblog.net, resoundsound.com/blog, soundgirls.org, vintageking.com/blog, waves.com, music technology podcasts at podcast.feedspot.com/music_technology_podcasts, youtube.com/c/lamemyoung, youtube.com/@femdiymusician, buzzsprout.com/1803194, youtube.com/@theircshow podcast, femalediymusician.com/podcast, youtube.com/@likeUtopiamusic, youtube.com/user/Transylvania University, youtube.com/user/sweetwatersound, youtube.com/@worldmusicviews, musictectonics.com/podcast, beatseeker.fm, youtube.com/c/emlyn in the mix. sweetwater.com/ionsync/plugged-in-podcast, mutechteachernet.com/mutechteachertalk, artmusictech.libzn.com, geekazine.com/category/music-tech, mdlskl.fireside.fm/episodes, midnightmusic.com/music-tech-teacher-podcast, mtflabs.net, musictechtalk.libzn.com, open.spotify.com/show/1540AVRBIWZNXOU1S7ZY1N, open.spotify.com/show/2a6dt6key1ggktTMXOALZN, pod.co/fair-pay-for-every-play, podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/lame-me-young, podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/world-musicviews, podcasters.spotify.com/pod/emlyn-in-the-mix-podcast, podcasts.apple.com/gb/podcasts/girls-twiddling-knobs/ID15418386885, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/world-music-views/ID137382870, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/music-ed-talk/ID1078105776, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/transylvania-music-tech-ID15532854007, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/music-tectonics/ID14467963885, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/emlyn-in-the-mix-podcast/ID15646806553, podcasts.apple.com/au/podcast/music-tech-podcast/ID11939333534, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/the-art-of-music-tech-podcast/ID13446000426, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcasts/beatseeker/ID15647444961, podcasts.apple.com/us/art-music-technology/ID736102938, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/mtf-labs-podcast/ID14392455154, podcasts.apple.com/us/critical-listening-with-law-with-mim-young/ID155221923, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/music-technology-on-geekazine/ID13475629223, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/the-plug-in-podcast-by-sweetwater/ID16427752004, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/sonic-talk-podcasts/ID2045314558, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/fair-pay-for-every-play/ID15623488054, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/the-rec-show-podcast/ID15980925151, podcasts.apple.com/us/innovating-music/ID110785464, podcasts.apple.com/us/podcast/mutechteachertalk/ID14421420007, schoolofmusic.ukla.edu/category/music-industry/podcast, sonicstate.com/sonic talk. the-tmt-podcast.captivate.fm. TheaRTOFmusictech.podbean.com